Hey, Dorothy here from Crazy for Crust. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm all Disney today because I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite Disney treats, churro toffee. This stuff is dangerously good. You're gonna love it. Now, I am a self-proclaimed Disney freak. We've had season passes for a couple years. I go all the time. I would live at Disneyland if I could. If I lived in LA, I'd be like, honey, I'm gonna go to Disney for lunch. I'll be back in a couple hours. Like seriously, I would go every week just to sit on Main Street. That's like actually my favorite thing to do. Sit on Main Street, people watch, eat food. It's like the best thing ever. For my birthday this year, my family took me to Disneyland and said, we don't even have to ride rides. You can do whatever you want. And you can even eat at every restaurant. I was like, whoop, whoop. It was like the best birthday ever. And so one of my favorite treats is this churro toffee. It's absolutely delicious. It's a regular toffee, but instead of chocolate and toffee bits, it is coated with white chocolate and cinnamon sugar like a churro. And I first had it a few years ago. At first bite, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be really sweet. And it is, but it works. It is just an amazing flavor. And you can find it at Bing Bong's Sweet Stuff in California Adventure, and you can find it at the Main Street Bakery in Disneyland and in downtown Disney at the bakery that's there. And it's worth it. Every time I go, I buy 2 or 3 pieces. I mean, I'm kind of one of those people at Disneyland, I don't buy the same thing twice, unless it's a pretzel, because I'm like, I need new things, I need new photos, I need to try all the food. But churro toffee is always my first stop. And today I'm going to show you how to make it so you don't have to go to Disneyland to try this amazing candy. If you love delicious desserts, be sure to subscribe to my channel. All right, let's get started making our churro toffee. Now, making toffee is one of those things where it's not hard, but it's definitely something that takes a little practice sometimes because you have to work really fast. So if you've ever made fudge or anything like that, it's like time is of the essence. So we have to make sure that you have all of your ingredients ready to go before you start cooking. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my pan ready. So for this, I'm gonna use a 9x13 pan. I'm gonna line it with foil and spray it with cooking spray. Once you have your pan ready, set it aside, and then let's get the rest of the ingredients together for the toffee. This is just a basic toffee recipe. Just measure out all the ingredients that you need, and then we're gonna get started. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare our topping. So you want cinnamon sugar to make the churro part of the toffee. So go ahead and mix some cinnamon with some sugar and stir that together and set it aside. And then I'm also gonna be melting some white chocolate for the top. So go ahead and put your white chocolate melts into a bowl to get ready to heat them up. Don't heat them up too soon or they'll just reharden. I also use white chocolate chips for this. I just find that the candy melts or the baking chocolate melts so much easier than white chocolate chips. White chocolate chips are like the devil's food. They are the hardest things to melt. So do yourself a favor and just buy some of the melts. They sell them at the grocery store now. Ghirardelli sells them, or you can grab them at Michael's or Joann's or any of those craft stores, or even they have Candy Quick, which is another kind of melting chocolate. Ghirardelli is gonna taste the best. So go ahead and grab that one if they have it at your grocery store. To make your toffee, you're gonna set a large 3-quart saucepan over medium heat. Add your butter. I like to dice my butter a little bit first so that it melts faster. So go ahead and add your butter into your pan and let that melt. Once the butter's melted, go ahead and add the sugar, the water, and your corn syrup. Now stir that together and let it come to a boil. All right, once that comes to a boil, then you need to add your candy thermometer. So this is a candy thermometer. You can get them at Target, you can get them at any store, find them on Amazon. I highly suggest investing in a candy thermometer if you're gonna be making any sort of toffee or candy or fudge. And it's really great because it's great also, you can use this for frying if you fry foods too. You're gonna prop this into your pan and you're gonna boil your mixture, stirring occasionally until the mixture reaches 290 degrees, which is the soft crack stage, okay? And it'll say that if you have a candy thermometer, it'll say soft crack at 290 degrees. So you don't have to like guess about where it is on the thermometer. It'll actually say soft crack on there. And that's where you wanna heat it to. So don't walk away. Again, this is candy. This is kind of like one of those things you don't want it to burn, and you don't want, it will get, it'll take about 10 minutes or so probably to get up to that 290, but towards the end, it'll go really fast. So be sure to watch it, stay close, stir it occasionally. So now I'm gonna work fast. I'm gonna add my vanilla and my salt. It'll bubble up a little bit, stir those in. And now pour it into the pan that we prepared earlier. It'll be a really thin layer, but it'll set up, don't worry. And now you're gonna let this sit for about 4 to 5 minutes to set before we add the white chocolate. So now is when you wanna melt your white chocolate melts. Once your candy is, if you touch it, it's not gonna make a finger indent. It's not super, super hard yet. That's what it'll do that in the refrigerator later. Once it's hard enough that there's no finger in it when you touch it, go ahead and spread an even layer of that white chocolate all over the top. And then you're gonna sprinkle it with your cinnamon sugar to make it churro. Go ahead and pop it in the fridge and it'll set up really nice. Probably about an hour at least. You can chill it longer than that if you want, but it'll take about an hour to fully set. So now it's time to break it up into chunks of toffee. So go ahead and just break it apart into pieces and you get this delicious toffee. See, it's nice and thick with a coating of white chocolate with cinnamon sugar. Now the churro toffee at Disneyland is completely enrobed in chocolate, but I sometimes find it a little too sweet when there's white chocolate all over it. Plus it's a lot easier just to spread it on the top, and I'm lazy, we all know that. It's crunchy and sweet. It's absolutely perfect. You guys, this toffee tastes just like Disneyland, but better because you made it at home. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite Disney treat is. Mine is this churro toffee, hands down. While you watch the next video, I'm gonna go package this up and mail it to my Disney bestie. Churro toffee is so good it's magic. Watch.